Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I wanted to go over kind of our drought plan going into the winter. Obviously, it's just a plan, so things can change as things progress, whether if they get worse or better. But I just wanted to give you some ideas to think about if you have cattle or sheep headed into this winter and you are in a drought situation, which most people are, but most people in our area. But so we are in South Central Kansas, and obviously Oklahoma and Texas have it a little worse than us right now. And like I haven't paid attention to the weather, so I think they got some rain, or at least Texas did, but I don't know. Anyways, so like our situation for us, normally going into the winter, we would have a good stockpile acreage to graze the cattle on and then supplement with protein. Right now, our acreage that we have for our stockpile, we have 240 acres that was not grazed at all last season, thanks to our total grazing. But yeah, the pasture is not looking good. What should be luscious, like tall stockpile forage, is burn up and short and thin. And so it is not encouraging, but that is okay. That's where your drought plan comes in for your farm, and you just pivot and go to the next step. I'd like to say that us being 5 years in, we had a laid out drought plan, but that wasn't the case. We have been obviously paying attention to things that have been happening, the forage and everything. And Ryan and I just sat down here in the last month a few times and hammered out some different ideas of, okay, well, if this happens, if we don't get rain till here, you know, we need to do this. And I won't go like specifically into our drought plan, because not that it's like a secret or anything, it's just all dependent on how many acres you have, how many animals you have on your acreage. It's just specific to each farm, so I can't really give you guys a like good example of that, but hopefully you guys can kind of look at what we're doing here. I don't know, get some ideas, and hopefully pivot what you guys are doing so you don't get in a sticky situation. So things to think about heading into the drought, or the winter with the drought. We are, and I'll be taking you guys through different videos. Like I want to take you up to our pasture, because I had somebody ask about that, like what our forage quality is like right now. I'll be taking you guys up there in another video, and have more sheep stuff coming, and that's all a whole other thing. Just make sure you're subscribed and like this video. But we are supplementing with biochar, which just helps the rumen of the cows. What else are we doing? We are trying to organize, making sure that we have enough, quite a bit of hay lined up, and protein. If you guys would like to see another video, Ryan went and bought 30%, I'm pretty sure it was 30% protein cubes. This is the first time we've done that, but just kind of an experiment to see if we can get away with feeding less protein cubes, or less, you know, if we feed the higher percentage of protein cubes, if that will work for our program. We have, like I said, trying to get hay. We have some alfalfa bought, which is good. Thankfully, we have a source for corn stalks and milo stalks, so we will be buying those after they are baled. And what else? Oh, another whole thing that we're going to be doing this winter is setting up a fodder system. And you guys know we have cattle and sheep. And like I said, make sure you're subscribed, but we will be getting more sheep here in the near future. And having that many animals in a drought situation where you don't have a whole lot of forage for them, yeah, it can get sticky fast. And so we're going to be setting up a fodder system in our, I guess you could call it, like, I don't know, we have our washer and dryer in this room. And so I'll be going into that on a whole nother video on how we're setting that up, and the thought of fodder, if we're excited about it and all that. We're actually pretty comfortable with doing fodder because we've done microgreens in the past. And so we'll be doing fodder for the sheep and for our weaned calves that we're weaning. Ryan's currently setting up or working on our corral so we can preg check as soon as possible. While we're thinking end of October, early November, preg checking our herd. That way we can call out who is not bred. I just set up a few dates with the butcher for middle of January, so we'll be holding some of those back for ground beef cows. What are some other things? Yeah, I don't know. There's a whole nother video that I'll have to make on how we are trying to self-insulate ourselves for the future, possibly doing like starting some acreage on our farm, planting it in alfalfa. I don't think that'll get done this year, but yeah, it is a hard time, but it is a growth period is how I'm trying to look at it. Going into this winter is going to be really tough mentally, like the amount of work that we have to do to survive this winter through the drought. It's going to be a lot, and I will try my best to take you guys with me while we push through it on our farm, but it is going to be a lot of growth, which is exciting. We can make it through till spring. I just think like the world is our oyster. Like if I could get through this tough winter, like I can do a lot of things. Like determined attitude is the best way to approach it, is how I'm dealing with it. So yeah, I hope that gives you guys a couple of ideas on what's to come for our videos going into the drought and this winter. Like I said, I'll try to take you guys along for as much as I can. So yeah, yeehaw, and let's get into winter, because whether we want to or not, it's coming. So okay, thank you guys so much for being here. Like I said, make sure that you give this video a like on the way out, and we will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye guys.